Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We've got a little Arbonne on our hands today. And if you're not familiar with Arbonne, they are an MLM, multi-level marketing company, network marketing company. Some would even refer to them as a pyramid scheme because of their recruitment-based business model. They do utilize products to, in my opinion, reel people in, and the products of choice that they utilize are health and wellness products. This is actually one of the MLMs that I have seen more and more Scentsy leaders and consultants leaving Scentsy for. So it's been an interesting pipeline to follow. In the specific training that we're looking at today, it's going to be a quick one. It's a 20-minute training and it's about kickstarting or restarting your Arbonne business.
This is going to be good.
And we're going to get right the fuck into it. But first, we need the disclaimer.
Know the flow so dope, need a no guard. In the road, give me ease, I'm a coast to the coast guard. Wanna see my whole car. Used to roll on the slow like the boy from the Lone Star. Still here, I ain't gone far. Keep it cool in the mood, gotta match my tent. Dark in the cup, I'm lit, don't waste time.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm so happy that we are all just jumping on. And thank you so much for being able to pivot super fast, especially since Miss Tori is, I'm sure she's watching this back, is in the air somewhere and couldn't help me get on her Zoom. For some reason, it just froze up and it said I needed an access code and all this stuff. But you know what? We know how to change directions really quickly. So thank you guys all for jumping on. And if you didn't get the memo that we were changing it and you're watching this back, that's exactly what happened and why we're not on the other Zoom tonight. So you guys, we are halfway through September and there's a lot of good stuff going on this month. I want to touch base on all that really quick. And then I'm going to do a really quick training for you because I think it's really pertinent right now and a lot of things that are going on. So one, I want to talk about the fact that with a 150 QV start order, all for brand new PCs and ICs, right? They get a brand new product and the product list or the brand new free product, because the free product list is bomb. And there are things on that free product list that are $115. So it is beneficial to talk to them about becoming a preferred client because they can actually get really a huge savings.
A fun fact about MLM products is that normally they're all marked up because they have so many people in between the actual product and the consumer that they have to pay.
It's highway robbery.
Just saying, if you want a dupe for Arbonne products, you can likely find one for drastically less on Amazon or Walmart or Target or anywhere you shop, really.
Doing that with this free product, because normally if you're new, in order to get that free product, you need a 250 QV start as a preferred client. So they're saving $100 plus getting a $100 product. Seems like a no-brainer. So, and that goes to the end of the month. So we want to definitely take advantage of that. You guys, we have the new fizz. We have the caffeine-free fizz, and that is got the special. Tara, the bottle, please. So with 2 boxes of the caffeine-free fizz, you get that lovely bottle that Tara just showed up in the corner here.
Ooh, a branded Arbonne water bottle just for you.
I always bring this up that it's so funny to me to see these consultants get so excited about the incentives where they earn or get gifted or win a branded anything. Most times in the MLM, you have to pay taxes on it. You're just marketing the company for free. It's a branded water bottle. You're walking around like a billboard for the company you paid to be a part of. You're not even getting paid like a billboard would get paid. That's sad.
You guys, it is while supplies last and the supplies are limited. So don't wait till next week. Don't wait until whenever. And our clients get to benefit from this too. So if it's a great way to just really hook your clients up with a free product, with all that stuff, and a great water bottle that's advertising your business.
This is your wake-up call.
It's not your business. You're not advertising your business. You're advertising Arbonne's business. You are a 1099 contracted employee who's paying to market their business. You're paying them so you can market their business.
It's hard to make it make sense.
So if we can get those in our clients' hands, it's a pretty big deal all around for everyone. Okay. And if they get the new fizz and new mushroom powder, so the new fizz and mushroom powder, they get the bottle too.
I was just saying that would get you to 150 if they got the 2 caffeine free and the mushroom powder.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
get the free gift.
They get the free gift. And you guys, so there's so many ways. And if you don't know how to do it, you guys reach out and ask. If you're not sure what it is, what the volume amount is, what the requirements are, what any of it is, you guys, this is where we have to work together as a team to really make it work and just ask. We have so many people that want to help. So with that being said, I'm kind of going to go into a little training that is I entitled it Kickstart or Restart, right? So kind of figuring out where you're at. Here's the thing. We've got some new faces showing up on this screen. We have some faces that maybe weren't here for a while and are back now, you guys. And so it's all depending upon where you're at in your business, or maybe you've been here 10 years like I have, and you're trying to figure out exactly what your business looks like from here going forward. Okay. And that's where I always think, like, are you kickstarting or are you restarting?
If you've been in business for 10 plus years, you should have some kind of idea where you're moving next.
Okay. So here's one thing that I've been hearing a little bit about, and it is, I don't have enough experience to be able to start a team. I don't have enough like success in this business to be able to start anyone. And you guys, I really want you to think about that for a second, because one of the things I think people love doing is going on a journey with someone versus trying to play catch up. Okay. So if I knew that you knew about an incredible opportunity, but you waited till you were successful to tell me about it, I think I'd be salty. I think I'd be a little bit salty.
Donna, you can't be serious right now.
With you, like, you had this little bean, like Jack and the Beanstalk, but you kept it to yourself until you decided if it really worked or not. And you guys, here's the thing, it's not gonna really work until you share it with other people, ever.
She just said the quiet part out loud.
This business opportunity is never gonna work if you don't get other people into the business opportunity.
Which is telling, because, you know, pyramid schemes.
Okay, so I want you to think about that. If it's the 30-day to healthy living program, would you rather do a 30-day to healthy living program with someone who has rock hard abs and you know is like killing it in the gym every single day, doesn't eat an ounce of carbohydrates in her entire life, and is ripped? Or do you want to go on a journey with someone who's on the same journey as you to lose the weight or to get healthy or to get rid of eczema or try to figure out their gut health? You guys,
If they're on the same journey as me, cool, let's be friends, but don't pretend like you can help me get to where I want to go. You're just going to walk around in circles together because none of you know what to do.
The sky is falling!
I feel like I'd want to go on the journey with somebody, right? Because it's more fun, it's more relatable. I would rather be like, I had Tori Brandt sponsor me, right? She was executive natural vice president when she sponsored me. There are some great things of having an ENVP sponsor you. There are some not so great things about having an ENVP sponsor you, okay? One of them is sometimes people, and I'm guilty of it now, forget what it's like to start, okay? They forget what it's like to be in the beginning stage, because we were there, but we were there so long ago that now we just know how it works, right? But I remember being brand new in this business, and I remember Tori saying to me, well, your first month you did great. Do you want to go district? And I remember going, I had no idea what it meant, but I said, sure. And she said, okay, you just need to do $4,444.52. You guys, I thought she was on something. I didn't think it was even possible. I thought, did she hear herself out loud? Like, this cannot be true. And so coming from a place like, sometimes though, if I was like, hey, guess what we have to do together? Let's do it together. And you know, so when you're starting out in a business, you get to start with someone when you show them the excitement of doing it with them. Not, I've done this, now you come along. Now there's nothing wrong with that, trust me, but don't be afraid to start, and don't, such a weird number. Would love to know why she gave that up, because I think that's how much I had left out of 6,000. Yeah, I did so much the first month in August, and then I had so much left. So yeah, so 6,000 in 2 months. So 3,500 this month gets you to district. So you guys, here's the thing. See my squirrel thing? I totally go off tangent, but
I didn't notice it.
I think that doing things with someone is so powerful. I think it is.
If you're going to start with Arbonne and somebody else starts at the same time, you both have the same product. And if you're starting with somebody, if you are friends somehow, you likely are, because why else would you start together? You probably have a lot of the same social circle. Who the fuck are you selling to? At that point, it becomes a competition and a bad idea to do together, because it's probably going to end badly.
And I think that if you can talk to people, we always talk to you about, let's share your vision with somebody. And you guys, that was hard for me for a really long time to understand what my vision was, you know? And so finally, I feel like it just got broken down so easily as to say, like, what are your future goals? Okay. So that's your vision, right? So what does that look like for you? So if you've just started this business and you're trying to paint a vision for somebody else, sometimes it's really easy. I know I heard Catherine Wood, who's on this call, and she's going for district this month. And I remember her saying, she said to somebody, you know, right now I'm like working and I'm trying to get the money to do things and all this. She goes, but someday I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom and I don't want it to be an issue. And she's like, so I'm working now so that I can have that then. You guys, it's painting the vision of what she wants in her future. And what it does is it opens up other people's eyes. And you can simply say, so that might not be your vision, but what are some of the goals you want in your life, right? Like, get people thinking. And if you can get people to dream again, it is amazing how people will come along. You guys, if you can just get people for a second to think about what life could be like if, You guys, you can help. Like, we quit dreaming after, whether it's high school or college, whenever you hit that final degree and you get that job. I just feel like so many people quit dreaming, and our job is to help them do that again.
How is that your job? Your job is to sell health and wellness products if you're not a pyramid scheme. What the fuck are you selling them? Hopes and dreams that their skin is going to be clear? Hopes and dreams that their energy is going to go up? No, you're talking about having to sell the business opportunity, because that's how you at the top make most of your money.
You mean like a pyramid scheme?
And how many of you just never knew what life could be possible until you started a business here? Like, I'm telling you, I was a killer stay-at-home mom and a fabulous wife, but you guys, that's where it ended for me. I didn't know what else there was for me. And then when this landed in my lap, I didn't even see it right away. I just thought, gosh, killer shoes, without actually having to talk to Steve about the Neiman Marcus account, right? So I was like, this is great. And then it just kept building and building and building as I saw it was possible for me. So you guys, how does that work? You guys, you already have success when you signed up. You knew how to sign up as a consultant. That's knowing how to do something right there.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's like saying, hey, you get 10 points for writing your name on the test. That is not going to get you anywhere in business, just knowing how to fill out the form. The bar is low in the MLM world.
You have a vision as to why you want to do this. There's number 2. And then you just grow with it. So when you're super coachable and you listen to your upline, and if you have questions, you guys ask. I cannot tell you enough. There is not an upline on this call that's here live now or is going to listen back to it that would say it's inconvenient for me to help you grow your business. Not one person. We are all in, all in. We are here. We will help you do what you want to do. We will help you grow what you want to grow. We just can't push, pull, or drag you. And so we have to know where you're at so that we can help you get where you want to go.
Do people actually believe the word salad that you're selling?
So we want to show up. We want to show up not only on these calls, right? But we want to show up in our business, and we want to show up to other people as a business owner. And I think that's super important that we forget. Like, you start learning what your strengths are when you start this business, and you start learning other people have different strengths. Now, that was really hard for me because I figured if that was my strength, it was everybody's strength. And I just didn't understand why you didn't have the same strengths as me. Although I've got a lot of self-development behind me now, and I have learned that not everybody has the same strengths, but that doesn't mean that it's a weakness either, right? So I found that, it's just showing up, finding out what your strengths are. So maybe you're a huge communicator. Maybe you're just super empathetic, right? Like, maybe you really are like I'm not empathetic, right? Like, if anybody knows me here, which most of you do, it's not one of my strengths. Okay. But I'm an activator, and I can do other things really well. And so I have to rely on those. So if you can sit down and think, like, what are my strengths? You guys, this is what you can build on. And I'm telling you, if you know a strength of yours, whether it's kindness, whether it's you give people grace, whatever it is.
This feels so scattered. What are they supposed to be getting out of this? Find your strengths. This is basic life shit, basic adult shit that we all still can't figure out.
Adulting is hard.
But somehow we're here.
You guys, people see that too. If you actually can see it in yourself, I promise you, other people can see it in you times 10. So take those things and run with it and help other people decide what it is that they want to do with their life. And maybe it is just lose a little bit of weight with the 30-day. Maybe it is just figure out what their gut health is, or to have better skin. But you guys, a lot of times it is this business. And when we hold back because of our own fears, they never get to experience it. And that's not okay. Okay. So it's kind of defining that.
It's interesting that restarting and kickstarting your business has nothing to do with the product. You want to get deep down to the level of get them to join this business. And if they just want to fix their acne in the end, that's fine too. But end goal, get them to join. If that is the main goal, then that's a red flag that this might be a pyramid scheme, allegedly.
Of where people are. So you guys, let me see. And then what you do after that is you just rinse and repeat. So, but we have to start somewhere. Okay. So don't be afraid to start. I think the biggest thing of kickstarting your business is not being afraid to start. Don't put off your start date. Just keep moving forward. Just trust in the process, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and people are going to say no to you, but that's kind of life in general. If you can wake up in the morning and go, you know what, it might happen. Somebody might say no, but you guys, somebody might say yes. And whether that's to try a fizz, or whether that is to look at the business, or whatever it is, you guys, it's just like embracing what you can do. Okay. But then just do it, be ridiculously coachable, and know that it's going to be a little uncomfortable. Well, we all know that beauty is on the other side of that uncomfortable stage, right? So here's the other thing. So maybe you're kickstarting, but maybe you're restarting. Okay. Because I felt recently that that's where I was. I felt like I was restarting, and I will tell you that it was so uncomfortable for me. I felt like, how do I take anybody forward? 2022, is it 20? Yeah. 2022 in Arbonne was not the best year.
Did I miss something?
right? But one thing I had to realize, I had to stop playing that story over and over again. I had to like get out of that narrative and just start moving into what my new story is. And here's the thing, you guys, people that are fresh and new that you're talking to about this business don't know about 2022. And there's really no reason we need to remind them, right?
What happened in 2022? Let's find out what happened in 2022. What is she referring to? What happened in 2022? What did I miss? I don't know. Let us know what happened in 2022 if you know in the comments. What I miss?
There's no such thing in this business or any business in the world where everything just runs and goes straight upwards and everything is butterflies and rainbows all the time. Every single business has its ups and its downs. And if you look at the economy worldwide, it does the same thing, right? So you guys, we treat this like a business, but we don't need to stay in the ick. Just, we need to get into where we're going. And so what that means that we build our vision. And what does that mean? That means that we hit our, what are your future goals? Because I think a lot of times we get caught up in our paycheck defining us as to whether or not we've had success. But I will tell you, if you got a paycheck, and maybe you're brand new and haven't gotten one yet, but if you got a paycheck, you had success.
No, that's not how it works at all.
That's not quite what that means. If you got a check and you purchased the product, then you just got a rebate. And if you got a check and it was $5, did you really have success?
That means that somebody bought a product from you. That means there's maybe you got an override check. That means there's somebody somewhere in your downline that is still buying product or still pushing forward. So even though our paycheck may not be where it was before, that doesn't mean that you're not having success. That means you are having success if Arbonne's cut you a check. Okay. So we have to remember that. Okay. And the other thing we need to do is that everything I said with the kickstart really, truly 100% just applies to the restart. So if you're feeling like I'm not sure where to start, you build your vision again. And what is that? It's your future goal. What do you want to have happen? What are your short terms? What are your long terms? If you were here before and you're back again,
First of all, why?
that means that you have not lost hope in this business and that you are ready to roll and that you are like just looking for that push for you to be. And you've got to decide, what does that push look like for you? Like, are you happy sitting and spinning in this little world of trying to figure out whether I should start, whether I shouldn't start? Should I kickstart? Should I restart? You guys, every time we take a step forward, we feel better every time. And if you've been in this business for a minute, if you sit there and you don't do the work today and then you don't do the work tomorrow, even if it's just making a few phone calls or text messages, the minute you make those, you instantly go, oh yeah, I got it. I got it. And you're right, Tara. It takes one yes to light your fire. It takes one. And so, and I've told Catherine this. So Catherine was a consultant on my team. Catherine, is your little face available or you're driving? Because I want everybody to see how cute you are.
Oh shoot, I didn't realize I wasn't on mute, but I'm driving home from work right now.
That's okay. So do not put your face on then, because your mother would kill me. So here's the thing. She started this business 6 years ago, and she was brand new out of high school, and she went into college, and she ended up being a student, and whatever reason, the timing was not hers. Okay. She had promoted to district manager relatively quickly, but the timing when she got to school with new life changes, all the things wasn't hers. Okay. But then all of a sudden, a few months ago, I get a text message. I want to do this again. You guys, of course, I'm through the moon because I adore her, and her parents are some of my best friends in the world.
The timing wasn't hers, maybe because she was in school. She was doing schoolwork. She was trying to work toward an actual career where she could make a living, but somehow she got roped back in. God help us.
Okay. But you guys, this is what it did. I was in a place, and I want you to think about this. You think that you need to build this incredible team again, and you need to build all of it back up for you to get back to where you are, but it takes one person to ignite you. It takes one. You guys, I had not sponsored a direct consultant in some time. I sponsored tons of preferred clients, but a direct consultant, no. And the thing is I got caught up in the 2022 story, and I got caught up in all those things. But then Catherine came back, and one person ignited my fire again, because it reminded me of who I was and that I had a job to do. She trusted me coming into this business. She trusted me. And she thought, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I know Heather will show me the way. And how dare me not stand up and show her what I know how to do. You guys, so it doesn't matter if you have been sitting stagnant for a while and not knowing what to do. Build that vision again, figure out what your goal is, and just do it again. Go. And I think that's what we all need to do. We need to figure out where we're going and what we need to do. So this is not going to be a long training, but we can open it up to whatever you want. But I will tell you, we need to keep this really simple. So I know we've got some new products out. Okay. If you're trying to build and you are doing really, really good with the skincare, I am all about diversifying everything. But if you're hitting, like you're going for district, or you're going for area, you're going for that bonus, and you know what you're doing, you guys, you don't have to get sidetracked with the mushroom powder right now. You just don't. You don't have to like incorporate every single product into your arsenal. You guys, you can literally be like, if you're sitting there going like, what does the mushroom powder do? Why do I want to add it?
This might be the only useful thing for the people that are on this call. The whole thing was gobbledygoopty.
That's fun to say.
And now we're talking about the products. Another training that could have been a one-line text, maybe even a one-word text.
Like, don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it confuse you. You guys, take what you know and run with what you know. And that's where you'll grow in this business. So keep this simple. If you absolutely love our derm results, right? And you know that that's your niche and that's what you can do, you guys run with that. You guys, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. You can literally just really, really focus in on something to get yourself where you want to go. And then you can expand, and then you can expand, and then you can expand. Does that make sense? So I want you to know that I heard this, and this is what I'm going to end with, is I heard this really cool quote and I thought it was cool, but I thought there was more to it. Okay. So it says, and it's all about sports and all the things. But it says champions are made in the dark and in the off season. And I thought that was really cool, but I think it needed to go a step further, because when I think of our business, champions are made all season. Like, we don't get to take a season off, right? Sometimes we have to because of life, but you guys, we aren't just going like, we're just doing this in the summer. You guys, it's so big. Champions are made in the off season, but I really think that they're made in all the season. Like, we're just moving, rolling, and doing the shaking.
Wow, how insightful.
I think we've heard enough.
Couldn't agree more, Red.
This is what business owners are doing in Arbonne. It just feels like a big waste of time and probably a waste of money. Please don't join an MLM. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.
I feel